Hello there and welcome back to ForexCove, our YouTube channel, where we discuss different aspects of Forex trading or trading financial markets in general. This particular video falls into the playlist of Grid Trading. It's not a formal introduction to what grid trading is. We've got other videos talking about that. This is more specifically a video that talks about what is responsible grid trading, what kind of characteristics should you be looking for in a grid trading approach or algo that you would like to use with real money. Before we get started, I just want to tell you that what you're looking at here is an algo called Adaptive Grid Blazer, and you can find more information about it by going to our website forexcove.com if you're interested in grid trading in this particular approach. What you're looking at here is the Australian dollar to the US dollar on a 15-minute chart, and it's trading from February 23 to current date. And it's an algo that without actually risking very much and with very conservative settings managed to, in a 12-month period, to generate on a 10K account almost 6K. So that's a very impressive result given the conservative settings of the algo. So back to the main question of today's video: what constitutes responsible grid trading? And I think the first thing I want to mention is its ability to adapt to the ever-changing market conditions. This particular algo features an adaptive technology, meaning that it places trades according to volatility in the market. So essentially, past candles are being analyzed, and then we look for the ideal grid size based on that. That's very powerful because that means that, different from other algos, we don't have a specific grid size that we always stick to. We're going to try to project a grid size that makes more sense in the context of what's going on in the marketplace. So that's super important. Another important aspect for this particular algo is that we have very advanced risk to reward functionality. So you can decide what it does when certain things happen. This particular approach to grid trading is a profit averaging strategy. So we're constantly looking at all open buy trades and all open sell trades, and we're trying to find moments where opportune moments to exit. And you can define that and say that, for example, if we're $100 in profit of all open trades, then we close and restart the trading logic. So that's the important thing. An important thing to mention about the adaptive technology that this algo features is that when we have news releases, it's not vulnerable because we make decisions after candle close. And if you take traditional grid systems, you might operate with a fixed pip size on the euro dollar for 10 pips, for example. And we know that during news releases, we can see the euro dollar move as much as 150 pips very, very quickly. And that normally will lead to pressure on the account. It doesn't really happen here. So that's an interesting feature as well. So adaptability to market conditions, advanced risk reward, very interesting features to have. Another feature that you should be looking into getting or implementing in your grid strategy is some sort of trend detection feature. There are many ways you can go about doing that. You could use an ADX filter. In this particular algo, we're using a simple moving average. And the way it works is that once it's price resolve above or below a moving average, we're going to try to focus our trades in that particular direction. And that helps, especially if you are trading very fast time frames with a slow moving average. You can sometimes trade the trend within a grid context for weeks or even months. So that's another very interesting feature. You will notice here as the video progresses that the take profit targets are constantly adjusted. This particular version of C-Trader, you can also see we actually have a trailing stop loss per the last position, which is a way of minimizing drawdown frequently. And another feature, of course, we're talking about risk reward, which is really important, is to set how many potential losing trades in a sequence that you accept to have and the total amount of drawdown you accept to have. So these are some of the features that are really important for a grid system, I would say. Most simple grid bots simply have a fixed distance between grids, and you have to establish that based on your own research. The problem is that might work well, but what happens when big changes take place in the marketplace? You're probably going to have the wrong distance between your trades, or the grid size may be too small. Keep in mind that a size of grid that is too large, you won't make any profit, you won't make any trade. If it's too small, you might risk too much. That's an important balance to find there. What we're going to do now is we're going to speed up affairs here. We're going to have a look at the end result and how it performed over a year, trading the Australian dollar to US dollar on a 15-minute chart. Let's have a look. That takes us to the end of this run through, and you can see its performance here. Typically, as you see in a well-configured grid system, it's almost a linear development, and when you do take the drawdown, you take it in one take only. You can see the capital protection kicked in here, we have set the max allowed loss, this particular instance, for $2,000, which took place here, and that means that by the end of the year here, we ended up with a little under 6,000 in profit, on 60% increase of capital in a year, without major incident. This was a quick look into the adaptive grid blazer. If you want to know more, please visit our site at ForexCove.com. We've got more videos coming. We're going to go into a detailed description of the feature set. We're going to show some interesting settings for gold and other financial instruments as well. If you found this video interesting, make sure to visit us and subscribe and hit that like button. Talk to you soon. See you. Take care. Bye-bye.